everyone, here's Bert on the internet again with another food review. And today, another one from our great Made in Vancouver chain here, Triple O's. And this bit, oh, there's a lot of stuff in here today. I'm going to actually start off, it's going to be two reviews, but the first thing I'm going to do is garlic parmesan fries. Now, garlic fries, this seems to be a Northwest thing. And, again, the chains will do poutine, but no one's really ventured into the garlic fries that you would see in, I usually associate that with Seattle, but here are the garlic parmesan fries here. Again, another good stoner item. Again, probably not as heavy as a poutine. Again, sort of, you get sort of the cheese and more of a light cheese and sort of the garlic sauce. So again, maybe, I'm sure it's still riddled with calories like poutine, but not as heavy. Fries are pretty good. Again, it's a pretty good fresh cut, very thick. The fries, I think, were I consider to be sort of more kind of like an English style, pub style, like you would get for fish and chips for a long time, but they're pretty soft. And the flavor's pretty good, but there isn't sort of the crispiness that you would get from a lot of other places, so there really isn't a strong coating to it. Just say a light amount of resistance, especially if you get the skin parts. So, but nothing. Say you got like a crinkly fry or something. Showing what when I did the review of churches before, and they have the crinkly fries. These are very good because, again, the quality of the fry is very good because, it is natural, it is potatoes, it's very, it is very soft, it is very, very flavorful. The sauce is, it's very creamy. It's not overpowering. I mean, garlic it's a pretty strong flavor, as always, but, you don't. I mean, I don't feel it's sort of strong enough that you're being overwhelmed with it. That it's overpowering your mouth in any ways. And again, it's not a very heavy cream. It's not like a gravy that you would have with poutine. It's not like the curds. It's sort of, again, it's sort of the extra texture to fries. But it isn't sort of overwhelming, and it doesn't really knock out the flavor of the French fry. So then this is sort of more of a natural complement to a French fry, as opposed to something that can be potentially overwhelming, like a lot of gravies and heavy cheeses would that you would get in a poutine. And the same goes with chili fries. I feel like with chili fries is sort of it's more like you're getting sort of a chili with potatoes in it. Whereas here it's sort of like, okay, well, this is a French fry, but basically you got a sauce on top of it. And as I say, I mean, I think I'm more of the type that goes for sort of like a sauce with fries. Like I like mayonnaise with fries. I like ranch dressing with fries. If there's a particularly strong flavor, if it's a particularly sort of crispy coating, then ketchup would go better with it. So that's probably why something like a crinkle fry is better. The stuff like a Shake Shack or a White Castle would do with a crinkle fry. It's probably why a lot of people would like to have ketchup with those. This is say they don't doesn't have the same sort of coating. It doesn't really have a coating on it. It is pretty much a natural cut sort of thing. So again, this is where I think a cream is more suitable. And again, good garlic flavor, not an overpowering garlic flavor. Bit of saltiness, which is what one would expect. Actually, very much pleased with this. So I'm going to give it my verdict now on this. I'll finish this up later. It's $1 extra to get these. Definitely a destination item, and I think this is something to have good on occasion. Um, I'm a little apprehensive about making this an addiction item. It probably, I mean, you say if you're looking for something on top of the fries, I think it would make a good snack, and probably something maybe not as calorie ridden as a poutine if you're trying to look for something that was a very fulfilling snack. But and it's probably a nice thing to have with a burger. Now again, I did get a burger with this. I haven't had it yet. That's going to be a separate review coming up, or maybe it came before this. I don't know what's going to be, but these are usually I think $3.29 by themselves. It's an extra $1 if you get it on a combo. So I think it's a nice thing to have on occasion to add to your fries, to add with a combo that you would have. So I would put this in my destination item area, so my 4 out of 5. Actually, I forget what exactly I named it at the moment, but it's 4 out of 5. It's something that definitely will get on future occasions. It's something I would recommend getting on future occasions. It's something I just don't foresee eating every day, every month, but certainly not every day. And that's a review for now. And more food reviews coming up. Stay tuned. Hello everyone, Bert on your internet again. And another great item from our Made in Vancouver chain, Triple O's. And regional chains, that seems to get a lot of internet press. A lot of people talk about In-N-Out of California, Whataburger out of Texas, White Castle, New York, and the Midwest. But no one seems to talk about our own Made in Vancouver Triple O's. Or White Spot. It was White Spot first, and then they spun off in Triple O's, which, according to the website, is in 65 different locations, including some not in BC. They have a couple in Alberta, and they do have some of the airports in Asia, so like Hong Kong and Singapore. None in the U.S. at this time. But anyway, on to this item here called the Big Stack. And when you talk about your fully loaded burgers, look at this, folks. Look at this. Up here, but look at, how you see something in an ad and it looks nothing like what you get. But look at this. This is not a model. This is something meant for eating. And look at all this. Look, and what's in here is obvious, but look what we got here. We got giant pickle which is a standard thing. Just gonna put that to the side for the moment. And then we got an onion ring. We've got the tangy sauce, which is, I think, not a Thousand Island dressing. I think it's more of a chipotle mayo. We got We got cheese. We got bacon. We've got a fried egg. We've got lettuce. Was there tomato? We got. It was hiding. It was hiding underneath. We got our tomatoes. And actually, I don't know what they sort of constitute for about. Look at this thing. Look at this massive, gigantic, enormous thing that I'm about to consume here. I don't know if this is what the right angle is, but look at this thing. So the first bite review. I didn't get everything in the bite. I didn't get any sauce into it. I got the patty. Patty was fine, though not particularly juicy. Got the egg, got the onion in there. The Triple O burgers are notoriously messy. And surprisingly, I've had very little mess with this so far, considering um, how huge it is. I'm getting some grease coming out right now, but this is a very large burger, and considering how many toppings you have here, I am not feeling overwhelmed by taste here. And again, we got through the drive-through. I've had it for a few minutes. It's probably cooled a little bit. I got the 6-ounce patty with it, but again, maybe because it's a little bit colder, I'm not getting maybe the juice that you get with it. It's pretty much middle of the road, I would say, because it doesn't taste dry. But I just say it's not sort of like blasting with a lot of juice or grease in it. So and also because it's a little bit of a thicker patty. Again, there doesn't seem to be. It really isn't seasoned. There isn't any charring to it. There really isn't anything to enhance the flavor of it. And again, because I'm not getting it at its sort of peak heat, it's probably working against it right now. Now this taste is a bit better because I've gotten a big amount of the bacon. I've gotten a big amount of the cheese. I know the aficionados really go nuts about eggs, but it's really never done much for me on with burgers. And I think maybe a couple times I've tried fried egg with it. I know there's a place in Vancouver, Capilano Burger, which I think has had fried egg, or well, I think even hot dogs, hot dog wiener in it for the last 50 or so years, and I have a big thing of onion there. And this thing's a mesh. It's falling apart, so I think I'm going to give it my verdict right now. And I probably like Big Burger next to the as much as the next person, but there is a lot I'm disappointed with it. I mean, something that big, it's hard to get consistency with it because, as you saw, I really had to hunt to find the tomatoes on it. and I'm not really tasting the sauce so far. The onion ring is fine, but I don't think it's really enhancing it that bit. And I don't usually get the larger beef patty with the burgers there. I usually will get like two of the smaller patties. I have an item there called the double double. Where did they get that idea from? Or where did the other guys get that idea from anyway? Um, I mean, honestly, I think in general, I do like a thinner patty. My hamburgers in general, because there's a little bit more, charring and crispiness. This doesn't have it. So I think just the fact that the patty is average, the fact that the sauce doesn't really stand out, and you got so many ingredients that are they don't really stand out. Again, it's sort of the egg doesn't do much for me. The I like the cheese and bacon. So I mean, this was good, but I just don't see myself repeating on this because it just wasn't a big sensation of it, of having all these ingredients at once. I figured that would create a big unique taste, and all I ultimately get is sort of the same old bacon cheeseburger, which again, it's good, but the thing is, I may not have it in this form. I may have a smaller patty or two of the smaller patties as opposed to the large patty I got for this. So I would not be repeating this same particular order again. I think it is. There's a lot of good elements in it, and I think it's. I do have some enjoyment out of eating it just because it's so big, and quite a mess there. So I do have some enjoyment eating it. So I'm gonna put it under is my curiosity category. So it's 3 out of 5. You know, it's big, it's full of stuff. Maybe again, if you like egg in your burgers, or if you're just looking for maybe lost stuff out of a good bacon cheeseburger, because I think just as if I was just going to classify it as a bacon cheeseburger, I think it is good. But as I said, there's just a lot of things that just I could have done without, and so so I say 3 out of 5 for me on the super stack or whatever they call it. I mean, there will be a name, there will be a picture of it right here on your screen. It's like copied off the website. There you go. Looking at it, that's the name right there. So the stack burger from Triple O's, a curiosity item when you are in the Lower Mainland, or most of my friends are in the Lower Mainland anyway. So check out the Super Stack at Triple O's sometime. Anyway, hope you enjoyed the video. Click like, subscribe, and all that other stuff they say at the end of these things. And I'll talk to you again soon.